Hello, and welcome back to the Fake News Network. I'm Fiddle Diddle.
And I'm the cat that jumped over the Zoom. I'm home. The walls are caving in. I've been alone for the past 4 months and the loneliness is catching up to me. Dear God, please help. And please tell my mom to call me back.
I've been home with my loving fiancé, and I'm having an emotional affair with Pinterest. We have 7 kids, all named Board.
Oh, really? That's cool. What are you pinning?
Cute taxidermy ideas for my cat.
Oh, I'm sorry. They died?
Not yet. On to our top story tonight. TikTok baby witches have hexed the moon. So now we beg the question, is the moon hexing us back? More on that later. But first, twinkle toes beware. Tap dancing is outlawed in Belgium. If your shoes make a sound, you die. Irish river dancers are livid, and contemporary jazz dancers are on thin ice. Clogs are being permitted due to the Netherlands being just a bit too close to piss off. However, fuzzy socks must be worn on top of the wooden shoes in order to reduce the impact. This, of course, is following the Great Waffle Purge of March 2020. How much more can these Brussels sprouts take? They're steaming!
In these troubling times, bread making rates are on the rise. Amateur hobbyists are in need of something to do during quarantine. Grocery store inventories are crumbling because of a new loaf for baking. But instead of stopping, these lazy millennials would rather do something breader with their time and are taking a whisk by baking to proof themselves. Looks like this yeast infection isn't leaving us alone. In all seriousness, though, if you or a loved one have taken up bread making, please call the number at the bottom of your screen. And always remember, there is hope.
And lastly, I've always had a feeling, but now the reports are in. Bill Gates has become the leader of all mosquitoes on Earth. How, you may ask? Well, Gates has been controlling the other blood-sucking parasites with 5G, which actually stands for 5 gates. Instead of sucking blood, he has them implanting microchips into people to track their every move and force them to replace their eyelashes with tiny radio antennas. And where are we getting this information, you may ask?
Yeah, where do we actually get these news stories from?
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy? Anyway, that's all the saucy, sultry, savory, rapid news we have for this week. Now, let's throw it over to Snoop's dog with sports.
Thanks, Carlamari. Hi, I'm the secret Jonah sibling that no one ever knew about. And no, I'm not Frankie. Today, I'm here at this year's semi-triannual Microwave Bowl. Let's take a look at some of today's most exciting events. First up, we have the Microwaving Things That Should Not Be Microwaved Marathon. First up were the Atlanta Appliances and their artful performance of microwaving a marshmallow peep. Just look at the way that sucker inflates. The Appliances then went on to one-up themselves by microwaving 4 peeps at once. The judges were shocked to see how all 4 peeps went on to merge a, quote, mega peep, and then proceeded to swallow the entire stadium whole. The Appliances were sure they had won the gold with that, but then the Oklahoma City Ovens won the crowd over with a fan favorite, microwaving tinfoil. The light show you see going on here behind me makes it obvious why the Ovens stole the gold. Next up, we have the halftime show. Who could forget the amazing musical performance put on by famous food musician Jello Shakira? She performed many of her hit songs, such as Jelly Hips Don't Lie and Agar Agar, This Time for Gelatin. For many sports fans, it will be a show to remember. And then finally, we have the fan favorite team, the Raleigh Radiations, as they made their historic run for the gold medal in modern rhythmic microwaving. Just look at that form. The way the plate spins inside of the metal frame of the microwave is unmatched by any other team in the league. Oh, here comes their famous triple axel. And they stuck the landing. All right, folks, we're heading into the final rounds now. They're at the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. Well, that's enough edible excitement for now. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Snoop's Lion. Now onto our top story. A gaggle of TikTok baby witches has decided to hex the moon. while the sight of them rattling their baby ones, that's cute, it is having devastating effects.
We're all familiar with the waxing and the waning of the moon's regular phases, but NASA reports the baby hex has shifted it into its emo phase. And as every astronaut and emo knows, 3 cheers for sweet revenge.
The moon seems to be taking a page right out from the baby's books, right out from their cradles, by preparing a counter-hex. A heavy cloud of smoke has been making its way towards the Earth despite there being no atmosphere. The world's top astrologists, including America's sweetheart, Steve Buscemi, have theorized that the moon is attempting to smudge us due to failing the vibe check.
You know, this explains a lot. I got a parking ticket this morning. I bet they were moon cops.
Yeah, and my wife finalized the divorce papers. I bet the moon notarized it.
And my reflection smiled at me.
You think it was the moon?
Nah, I think Jupiter was just messing with me. Anyways, we asked the moon for further comments, but she refused to answer our calls. She lets it ring twice and then sends us straight to voicemail.
If you think you have been personally hexed by the moon, NASA advises you to beg, plead, or at least send them an edible arrangement. Well, that's all for this episode of the Fake News Network.
Be sure to follow us on social media at FNN WPTV and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Be sure to tune in next time for more. As always, I'm Mom's favorite.
And I'm an e-girl. Thanks for watching.